If, like me, you find Richard Todd a distinctly stiff and upright actor, there is a good reason. He expected to be a lifelong military man and had served with distinction in the British Armed Forces during World War II. As a paratrooper, he was involved in many crucial strategic missions and was the first Irishman to land at Normandy in the legendary D-Day invasion. During a career that thrived in the 1950s, Todd was always most effective playing officers in military dramas. King Vidor cast him in Lightning Strikes Twice after seeing him in Alfred Hitchcock's Stage Fright, made for Warner Brothers the previous year. I honestly have no idea why Vidor thought it was a good idea to drop this Irishman into the American Southwest, where the townsfolk brand him an untrustworthy foreigner. That's a pretty hard sell, given that the public knew all about the actor's wartime heroics. Unlike Zachary Scott, Todd didn't have much ambiguity in his persona, which is why you didn't see him playing too many shifty noir characters. As for Carlotta Mercedes Agnes McCambridge, Orson Welles once described her as the world's greatest living radio actress, and it's clearly that distinctive voice that was her meal ticket in a long career that included radio, stage, film, and television.
So you married him? In spite of everything, you actually married him?
She made her movie debut in 1949 as Sadie Burke in All the King's Men, which earned her a Best Supporting Actress Oscar right out of the gate. In all her performances in the 1950s, McCambridge seemed like a completely modern woman sent back in time. Her unconventional, almost masculine persona was used to great effect in films like Johnny Guitar, Giant, and Suddenly Last Summer, leading many people to speculate that she actually was a butch lesbian, something she and Welles had fun with when he cast her as just that in 1958's Touch of Evil. McCambridge's most famous role may have been providing the voice of Pazuzu in The Exorcist. It was inspired casting by director William Friedkin, who wanted the voice of the demon possessing Linda Blair not to be recognizably male or female, but something from the seething depths of hell.
Your mother's in here with his cars. Would you like to leave a message? I see that she gets it.
She recorded much of her scurrilous dialogue while tied to a chair, which McCambridge felt enhanced the torment in her voice. Her involvement in the film was at first kept a secret, a bit of show business that heightened the film's terror. However, McCambridge sued for a screen credit, which she got on all future prints. Although to keep the mystery intact, her specific role in the film wasn't mentioned. King Vidor ended up having one of the longest careers of any Hollywood director. In the late 50s, he decided to make the kind of massive spectacle films he once derided, directing Audrey Hepburn and Henry Fonda in the 1956 production War and Peace. 1959's Solomon and Sheba would be his last studio film, which turned heartbreaking for Vidor when star Tyrone Power died of a heart attack during filming. He and Power's replacement, Yul Brynner, did not get along at all, and Vidor opted never to make another Hollywood movie. A Christian Scientist and student of metaphysics, Vidor's last films were rarely screened documentaries on art and human perception. In 1981, Vidor had a major acting role in James Toback's Love and Money, a gig he took just to see how movies were made in the modern era. He died the following year, 88 years of age. Now let me hear all about it on the Noir Alley Facebook page and Twitter feed. Next week, I'll have an obscurity from RKO, Hunt the Man Down, a picture from 1950 that's something of a forerunner to familiar TV shows like Perry Mason and Law and Order. If you like brisk and clever B movies, you don't want to miss it. Until then, see you in the shadows.